Hello everyone, this is Pilpoh. Welcome back to Reclamation. Now, today we are going to, I think... By the way, I changed this up down here, so it looks a bit neater. Did the walls and everything. It looks quite nice down here now. The first thing we're going to do, I think it's cobblestone that we need to haunt. Right here, we need to get some blackstone. Now, today, we want to get into blood magic. Now, I'm going to warn you guys already, I'm not a massive fan of blood magic, I will say. I don't like the whole, like, you have to stab yourself sort of aspect of the mod. But I'm still going to use it because it's part of the mod pack. And it's part of the progression and everything, so... But that's the only thing I don't really like about blood magic, I will say. It's just a bit weird when it comes to that. There's a few other mods that do that as well, and it's just, I don't know, it doesn't seem right to me, so... But yeah, anyway, today, the first thing we need to do is we need to get ourselves some demoned will. And for that, we need to make ourselves... it actually says it in the quests. So we need to make ourselves some soul snares. And you throw them at some... It says there, throw at a monster, and then when you kill it, you get their demonic will. So definitely need one of those. And if we look at it, we need one of these tokens of sorrow, which is this stuff, which means we need a ghast here, which is fine because we already have some soul sand. No, wait, we need soul soil, don't we, for ghast tears? Which, again, is okay because we got dirt. So, might not need that much dirt. In fact, it was this one, right? I've been putting the dirt in. Let's do 16 for now. I know we're not actually going to use all 16. But this stuff we also need to haunt to get ourselves some soul soil. And then I think it's soul soil that you use to get... Wait a minute. Ghast tier. Put soul soil through and you get yourself a ghast tier. Perfect. Now, this is also pretty cool, the ghast tier, because... Well, first off, you can make yourself some, like, potions and stuff. Potion of regen later on, if we wanted to, but meh. You need it later on for inscription tool. What else do you need? Oh, yeah, you could get yourself some of that as well. Yeah, you can get some other stuff with that. It was, there you go, the mana infusion with the alchemy catalyst. If you ever run out of ender pearls, I've been absolutely inundated down here. Sorry, let's grab those. Thank you. Soul soil. Thank you. I've been inundated down here with endermen for some reason, so they keep attacking me, and I've got 15 ender pearls now. I did get 8 from the quest when you take a picture of them, so highly recommend you do that. But anyway, before we go up here, what I'm going to do is token of sorrow. We need to... I've only got one of the bottled sunlight left, so might need to make more of those later. Need a piece of glass, which I don't have any of. Tell you what, I'll get all... I know I could take them downstairs and smelt them up downstairs, but I might as well do it here for now. Just because it's quicker than running downstairs, maybe? There you go. We only need the one. We'll let the others cook up. What else was it? So we got these 3, technically. We need an oak sapling, gold leaf, any kind of fish, which we've got. Interesting. Now, we need to go kill one of the chickens. I don't want to kill a chicken. Okay, well, we're gonna go do it anyway. I'm gonna take some wheat seeds. We'll go feed them because I haven't fed them in a while, to be fair. Also, you'll notice that I'm running around like a madman right now. And I've got step assist. And that is because I made the Sojourner's Sash between episodes. I just pressed R. Didn't mean to do that. So this thing was air and earth and a bit of mana steel. So I just made some of these runes right here. And then this thing, basically, it makes you run really quick. Or it makes you run quicker. And it gives you step assist. I vaguely remember using this like back in the day, Direwolf 20. Like, it's the first thing he always used to make. Anyway, 1 and 2. 3 and 4. And there we go. Now, one of you guys is going to have to be sacrificed, unfortunately. Feels bad, man. Had to be done, though, right? Got ourselves a raw chicken, which we needed for this. So I'm actually going to start putting these down. Because why not? So I know we needed... Do we needed that? Wait, what? What do we need for... sorrow. That was it. Glass. Chicken, which we could do. So we need to put glass and chicken. So we've done these two and we've done this one. So we need fish, gold leaf, and Garstier. Okie dokie. So this one over here. I don't know how much this is going to take, how much aura, but you'd think it'd be quite a lot. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Damn it. Okay. Oh, I also need some of this. I might keep some of this on me, actually. There we go. Seems like it's a lot of aura in the atmosphere that's needed. But there is our Garstier. Pop that over here. I'm going to quickly make this. I really want to figure out a way of automating this. Like putting the dust down. It's really, really easy with like a bunch of mods that we don't have in this pack, unfortunately. Can you use a construction plane or whatever it is? Formation plane. That's the badger from Applied Energistics later on. Maybe. We'll figure that one out when it comes to it. So the next thing we need is we need the gold leaf and we need a fish. And I think I've kept a couple of fish. I think it's in here. No. Did I put them down here? Oh, I did. Look, salmon. It's right there. That counts, I think. And then I've got my gold leaves right here. Ah, before we come up here, we probably should have got one of the oak saplings. Any of these grown? Okay, they're all grown again. Perfect. I have been growing my trees. That's like a daily thing for me, is to go and chop down the trees. Or a between episodes thing. I always do that. So that one goes there. That one goes there. We are missing one. Fish. What? Wait. Are we missing one? No, we're not. We've got two empty. Cool. Okay, that's good. Pop that there. I don't have any bone meal on me. I literally ran over here. I swear I had a bunch of bone meal. Did I put it away somewhere stupid? I might have put it over here, to be fair. Also, the Sojourner's sash thing, that makes it so you jump really high. All the time. Just grab a bunch of this stuff and we'll just chuck it away. I love how the melon just gave me a bunch of carrots. That happens every so often. Oh, I don't want to put the seeds in there. We need the wheat seeds for breeding. So that's going to be the sorrow. We needed the sorrow and we can chuck... Yeah, if we can get some... oh, that's a point. Thank you. I might make a few of these. Let's get a bunch of this. There we go. Right. There should be some baddies around. I wonder if we could leap from here. No, missed. Okay. There should be some baddies around, basically, that I can throw this at. I don't know if it works with, like, Enderman. Vaguely see it over there, right? Okay, there's one in this direction. You basically throw this and it hits them, and then good to go. Where the heck is this mob that I'm seeing on the map? Is it underneath? It seems that way, doesn't it? Under here? Enderman. Okay. Can I do that? I can do it. Okay. Did I get his will? I did. Look at my health. What the heck? Fair enough. Well, we got a demon will. That's actually a pretty decent sized will as well. That sounds so wrong. But yeah, we can use this now with 3 gold, I think. And I've got some blackstone that we made at the beginning. In fact, I'm just going to run down here, grab the 3 gold. And we make ourselves a blood altar. And that is the next step. There you go. So I'll make tainted gold. And then all we need is, yeah, a furnace. And a job is a good one. And we can start with blood magic. I don't know if this is what we're supposed to do, by the way. I haven't got silver yet. There's still quite a bit in the touching grass thing that I need to do. So we need to do this. We need to do all of this as well. This is the auto crafting that they keep talking about, which is from create. I really don't like the create auto crafting. Someone said it perfectly in the comments recently, which was create auto crafting. You need a degree to understand. Degree in engineering just to understand it. Because it is very complicated. I don't think it needs to be as complicated as it is. Like, some people say that the, what is it? The applied energistics is quite, difficult to understand. But once you understand it, it's actually relatively easy. So maybe that's the same with the create stuff. Possibly. I don't know if I'm honest. Right, we need to... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Blood altar. There we go. Nice. Now, this does need quite a bit of room. Everything needs a bit of room in this pack, unfortunately. But this does need quite a bit because you have to build out the altar itself. Now, sounds of life. What else do we need? We need a sacrificial knife, which, yeah, this is the bit that I don't really agree with, if I'm honest, but we're going to do it anyway. Does that need the mana glass? Or can I use any glass? Any glass. Okay. Which is actually perfect because we made some glass earlier. There you go. Now, what it wants you to do is, poke yourself. I'll even give you more of the soul snares. That's pretty good right there. Right, blank slate. So we need to get 1 blank slate, 8 of the blank runes, and a speed rune. Okay, so we actually need, for each one of these, we also need... Oh, yeah. We need to make one of the magician's blood orb. Weak blood orb to begin with. Of course, it's an ender pearl. Okay, so we need... Oh, there you go. We've got one right there. Must have got that from the dude, actually. That's pretty good. I really love the speed that this gives you. Nice. Okay. This might be... Oh, is there anything that gives us, regen? That we could just set up right now? And, infinite regen? Regen. Oh, I've got to pull out some of the knowledge that I've got in, the back of my head for this. That's interesting. Advanced AE is in this. Sorry. Not that I can think of. Anything that gives us regeneration. Meals right there. We could make a fruit salad. That would do us. We could actually make this. We need something to give us more apples. Yeah. And a mixed salad. So if we can get some... Wow, okay. Cabbage or lettuce, tomatoes, and beetroot. We can make this salad, which seems pretty good, actually. It gives you regen. Fine, for now, we're just... Does it affect... I'll tell you what. Let's take our ring off. I'll put it in there. Does it affect our armor? It doesn't look like it does. So I'm going to put that back on for now. I don't want to drain all of that, if you know what I mean. So that right now has got 2,000 millibuckets, which I think is enough, right? So if I do this, it says 2,000 life points. I don't know if a millibucket is technical. Oh, and it's gone down because it does have an internal buffer. Okay, I just need to keep eating up, I guess. Let me heal all the way back up, almost. There we go. You can unalive yourself with this, by the way. It's very annoying when that happens as well, because, yeah, it's very preventable. You just don't let yourself go below, 2 hearts. But yeah, waiting for the life essence to go in, and then it's not even called blood anymore. It's called life essence. And there we go. There's our weak blood orb. We need this. Actually bind it to yourself. You have to right-click it, so its current owner is me. All right, this is just going to be me eating and then using my life force, my life essence, let's say, in this blood altar for a bit until we get... yeah, we need blank slate. So right now there's... Okay, I've only got 2 stone, but there's enough in there to at least give me 1 of those blank slates. And by the looks of it... Okay, I need to get rid of those so I can bookmark the actual things. Yes, we need 1 blank slate per, and we need 8 of these, which means we need 8 blank slates. Except we actually need 10 blank slates because it also wants us to make a speed rune, which is another 2 blank slates on top of that. So it's 10. So there's our first blank slate. We can use that to make a couple of bits and bobs. We might actually make a Hellfire Forge. I'm not sure what else we can do with this. Might actually be a good idea. We can start farming with the gems and everything, right? Okay, yeah. What does that make us? Shape charge. Ooh, actually, you know what we might be able to do in here? Routing node. I need to get into these at some point. Although that's a tier 3. Okay, so logistics. I'm going to look into the blood magic logistics because create is too annoying. And the stuff from embers is also just... It works for a few bits, but not everything, right? Anyway, I do need to keep plugging away at these. Now, that does remind me. I need a bunch of stone for this, so I'm going to go do that. Now, once we get 5... Let me just chuck these in and we'll talk about it. Once we get 5 of the blank slates, what we can do is we can put a hopper underneath, fill the hopper with 5 blank slates, so it can't pull anything but blank slates. And then that's how we, like, that's a little filter until we get 10 of them. Does that make sense to you guys? Oh, come on. This... I'm getting impatient now. I don't know why. It's because we're actually making progress today, which feels really nice. Doing some blood magic. Already got the orb. Thank you very much. You need the orb anyway to... You get 4 blank slates out of this. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, we can do this already then. Sweet. Okay. I thought we'd have to do everything in that quest. Did you see that quest? Yeah. Okay. Whatevs. You need 8 anyway. It's going to make it... It says optional task as well. I didn't see that. You need 8 anyway to make it a tier 1 or a tier 2. I'm not exactly sure what the words are supposed to be for that one, but... Let's pop back up here. This currently, I think, is a tier 1 when it's got nothing around it. You put the runes around the edge of it, and it becomes a tier 2. So we are going to have to do that eventually. We've actually got 5 runes already, so let me grab a hopper. Actually need all of the ingredients for a hopper. And we can literally just stick it right underneath. It doesn't need to go anywhere either, because, yeah. So we do that, we put all 5 of these in, and then we need another 5, don't we? So... We could just... Yeah, we need to get this up to 5,000 millibuckets. Okay, there's 5,000 in there. If I stick... Oh, you can't put more than... Oh, yeah. It'll do one at a time. Basically, this should go down to 4,200. And then it should be pulled out. There you go. See? We could use another hopper on the side of it. That's kind of like a half automation right there. In fact, we don't need blank slates in all of these, do we? We could just put any old, like, anything in this bit. As long as it's not, like, you know, stone. That's a good point. Okay. When this one is done, I'll show you what I mean by that. So you put it there like that, and then these ones in like that. That makes sense, doesn't it? Pop that one in, and it will still be pulled out into this slot. That's pretty cool. I like that. Although, it's going to be more complicated when we put the base in and everything. By the way, I am literally just going to do it here for now. And then we will transfer it when we get to, like, a tier 2 or 3 or whatever it is. Yeah, so there's blood magic. It does want us to go this way. By the way, the sentient tool thing, so this thing, for example, which you just make. Actually, it's pretty easy to make the Tartaric. Never mind. Mana glass, you need to use Dawnstone. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, yeah, that I believe the sword that I just showed you, the sentient sword, uses demonic will to unleash the full potential. Contains raw will. I think if you kill anything with this sword, you actually get demonic will. And if you've got one of those, one of these things, one of the Tartaric gems, instead of dropping the actual will itself, it will just go into this. It will charge this up instead. So that's the plan. It's been ages since I've done blood magic, and I think I ended up actually enjoying blood magic the last time I played it, because I played it in like Gravitas, which is one of my favorite packs, and they used it really well in that pack. Anyway, with this one, we can now make ourselves blank rune. Make 8 blank runes. There you go. And then with that one, we can also, if I grab a couple of... There we go. Sugarcane. We can make ourselves a speed rune. So that does take one of the runes that we've got. That was an optional thing, right? So we have a look in here. We've done it. But speed runes, they just speed everything up. I mean, it's kind of obvious, right? In the name. So I am going to place these down. Now, you can just use the regular old blank runes. I'm just going to do this. There you go. Right, this is now tier 2. So we can do stuff that a tier 2 would normally do. So, blood orb. Apprentice blood orb. You need 5,000 and you put a block of redstone in there. 5,000 blood. Puts a block of redstone in there. And you get yourself a apprentice. And there must be stuff that you need the apprentice specifically for. So there's the runes of sacrifice. And there's the runes of self-sacrifice right here. Actually, we might want to do the self-sacrifice because I don't think we're going to be able to get, like, spawners. We might be able to. I don't think apotheosis is in this, though. Apotheosis isn't in this. So it's not like we could pick up the spawners. Create is in this, though. We could pick them up. I don't know if that's enabled in this pack. Basically, what I normally do is I get a spawner, put it above, put a bunch of runes of sacrifice down, and then, like, kill all of the stuff that comes out of the spawner and have it, like, suspended above the altar. Doesn't look like that's what we're going to do this series, though. We're going to have to continue using this flipping knife thing. There you go. So we've got 1,000 in there now. And now that we've done that, we can make the new runes as well. So if I do rune, it will be... Is it called a rune? It's not called a rune, is it? It's called a slate. Sorry, a reinforced slate. So overall, a reinforced slate costs 3,000 life points because a blank slate costs 1,000 and a tier 2, so the reinforced slate costs 2,000. So overall, it's 3,000, right? So it's probably tier 2 and then tier 3. Tier 3, you need a bigger altar. Now, oh, we got the book. That's actually really useful. I was going to say, it'd be cool if we could have a look at the book. It does show you, like, tier 1 is... Okay, so that one that we had originally was a tier 1. We've currently got a tier 2. Which is this one. And then at tier 3, we can now make the Dagger of Sacrifice, but obviously it's not really worth doing unless we can get mobs over here. But tier 3 looks like this. So we actually need 20 runes. Plus we need, like, glowstone on top right there. Or we could use, like, sea lanterns if we wanted to, but probably glowstone. And then we need some of the stone brick. So this is where it's getting a bit bigger. So maybe we should move this when we get to that point. But as I said, we need 20 runes. And they could be blank runes. So I'll probably just do blank runes if I'm honest. I'm going to fill this up. And I want to see how much is in here. I think that's a point. right now. Okay, let's get rid of that one so we can actually have a look at this. It's got nothing in there. So I'm just going to block it up like that. Put that one back down. We're going to get this to 3,000 actually. Yeah, back in a sec. Right, there you go. 3,000. We are going to put... Did I use all of my stone? I did. Huh. I got the exact amount that I needed. Okay, right, I'm going to smelt some up. Give me 2 seconds. Right, there you go. Pop that one in. This should turn into a slate. Regular old slate. Done. It's got 2,000 in there still. It's going again because we are a tier 2. And that should get us a reinforced slate. Although we don't really need a reinforced slate. I just remembered. I'm just getting one because it's the quest, isn't it? If we have a look. These two are optional by the looks of it. We would make a self-sacrifice. In fact, we could do that if we get some glowstone. We can make one of these into a self-sacrifice. Self-sacrifice, by the way, are quite useful, I'd say, because... There you go, that's the quest. Nice. In fact, we've got enough glowstone, so we're going to do that. It means that whenever we poke ourselves, we actually get more out of it. So I want to make the self-sacrifice right there. Where's my orb? I got it right there. Oh, you bumhole. I just remembered. Yes, we need to make the new blood orb, which does require a bit of redstone. I did make quite a bit of redstone, to be fair, so should be okay. That it? Oh, no, one more. There you go. Nice. Cool. Right. We'll wait for this. Oh, it's going to take a while as well. Yeah, we'll wait for this to come through. I will, in the meantime. Okay, so we need at least 8 of these reinforced slates. And we need 1 regular slate. Cool. Okay. And then after that, we are going to go full hog on trying to get 20 of these blank runes for the next level of the blood altar. I should probably find a good place for it as well. I quite like the ravine that we've got going right here. What are we doing? What could we do? We could do it over there, I guess, underneath. Like build it down and everything. Yeah, I'll make a little area for it. That'd be quite good. Right. There's our apprentice blood orb. So I'm going to keep this blood orb. I'm not going to put it in my backpack. I'll put it in my junk area. But this one is now bound to me. Have a look. Oh, you get 2 out of that. That is so good. That is so good right there. Quests are very good. Make sure you look into them. So what we can do is take 3 of these. 1, 2. Actually, I've only got enough glowstone to do 2 right now. But I can use these to make self-sacrifice 2 of those. Let's put... Oh, I can't put more than 1. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll have to put 2 in. How many does this give now? It will take 1 heart. Did it really only give me 20? 20 extra millibuckets for 2 of these? Is it 10 extra? That's rubbish. I thought we could get over like a bucket worth per one of these. It might not be worth doing then. You know what? I don't think it is. All right, we're just going to go full on. Sorry, it was bothering me what that looked like right there. So, yeah, we're just going to go full on into... Yeah, fine. We'll just get all 20 of these just single runes. I think that'd be a good idea. Yeah. Is that right? I think that's right. Okay, if we open this up, we do one of those and we stick it in there. I know it actually lands in there. This is what I'm looking at basically. So if we come over here, right there is where that one's going to be, and then right. Okay, we need to move this wall out one, but that's fine. We can do that later. For now, we are good to go, I think. I just need to start putting these things down, and we'll have a tier 3. Now, what comes with a tier 3 is the ability to make tier 3 runes. And what comes with the ability to make tier 3 runes is osmium and mechanism. And that is going to be a huge thing for us, getting some mechanism all working. Right, before we do this, I am going to... It's in there, innit? I'm going to stop visualizing that one. And I'm going to go back to... I think it's the tier 3. We're just going to visualize the tier 3 like that. There you go. Because then we get a little ding at the end, which is always lovely. Ding. That is now a tier 3 in there. Now, to make the imbued slate, it is 8,000 life points. So I'm actually going to take some time, I think, to convert all of these into self-sacrifice. I don't think self-sacrifice are the most important thing, but we at least need 1, right? Oh, actually, we get 2 out of it if we do 1. That'd be kind of good. All right, let's take this one out. That is currently... Oh, and it needs to fill its buffer up as well. Okay, because I did move it, right? So that's my fault. Did we get regen? Yeah, we did get regen. Perfect. I feel like our food would have just done as good a job right there, but oh well. Perfect. That is just over. Reinforced slate goes in. Now, what we can do with the slate, the reinforced slate, when it's done, is we can use the imbued slate. And where is it? Is it the... We call it down like that? Yeah. So iron and the imbued slate. You throw the imbued slate on the floor, I'm guessing. And we could do multiple iron at once, I'm guessing. There's the imbued slate. Perfect. That is a quest. So we could do, I'm guessing 16 iron at a time. Okay. Let's just go for it. I've got 17 right here. You can only put 16 in. Perfect. Throw one of those down. Lightning bolt. And we should get osmium out of this. Eventually. Yeah, there you go. There's some osmium. Osmium! Oh, that's so good. Oh, amazing. We can use osmium to make ourselves a metallurgic infuser. And then we can use the metallurgic infuser. Oh, wait. Did they change logistical transport pipes? Basic. You need steel and the basic control circuit, which comes from osmium. Okay, that's not too bad. We could do that. I think that's the same as normal, right? Anyway, do we try and get into the like mechanism stuff right now? Because pipes would be so useful and we need a configurator. I think we do, you know. There's also the logic, this thing, which I don't really remember using that often. But this thing, you can also do some like sorting stuff with it. You can make a digital miner at some point as well. I'm guessing steel is the same as it normally is. Yep, carbon, enriched iron turns into steel dust, and then used steel dust to make yourself steel. So that's not too bad. We could do that. We just need a lot of iron coming up, right? Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any really decent ways of getting iron. Now, I was thinking about it, and it might be worth us going... Oh, apparently you can do this stuff over here, but it might be worth us going to... I want to say... Like, we don't really need the tier 5, I don't think. Oh, we might do. Need Gaia Spirit. And then do the reclamation stuff, yeah. But it would be nice for us to go to the different dimensions from Blood Magic. All I know is there's lots of, like, gold in that other dimension. What does this one give us? Oh, 4 more. That's really useful. Thank you. Mana flux field. Okay. Before you can do anything related to machinery, you'll need a source of power. Thankfully, botanic mana is easily converted to redstone flux simply by... simply point a mana spreader at a mana flux field and it will output RF to adjacent blocks. You can also use a heat generator, but it's very, very inefficient and probably won't even be worth making. Anyway, osmium achieved. We're going to call it there for today. So thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.